This week's episodes of Deck the Hallmark are brought to you by a Tyler Shaw Christmas. You can find out more information on that later on in the show, or you can click in the show notes right now and listen to Canada's Christmas Prince.
This is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, I'm Brandon. I love Hallmark hunk shows.
Hello, I'm Patrick Serrano, and I'm a Hallmark hunk show expert.
Hi, I'm Dan, and I wish I had immunity from Hallmark Christmas hunk shows, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host his podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Yep.
Oh, boy. What a time. What a time to be alive.
I'm so excited to talk about this program this week. It is, I don't know what this says about me. I am having more fun talking about Finding Mr. Christmas and the baking show than I am about the Hallmark Christmas movies.
Man, you've lost it.
I'm having a blast talking about these shows.
Every week while we watch Finding Mr. Christmas, you say, this is my favorite thing that I do all week.
Yeah.
I love that program.
I'd like to think I'm a part of it. I'd like to think I'm watching it with me as a part of it, you know?
Yes.
But
now
maybe not.
you're saying that's not how you're feeling.
No, I mean, I think what I've realized about myself is that the things that drive me nuts about this show are pretty common in reality TV. And I just don't don't like reality television. I don't have any tolerance for it. The editing, the fake drama of it all. I just don't like it. It's not for me. And so that makes it tough because Hallmark's version of it is probably even worse from a standpoint of what makes it good. Right?
I mean, I think what's interesting about this show is that you think you have a good idea about what matters.
No.
And I'm so conditioned at this point to not think much about the Festive Face Off because it's like the advantage is
It's
whatever.
nothing. It's
well,
like
guys, the advantage this week is huge, and we're gonna get to it.
Huge.
And you didn't know it ahead of
You
time.
didn't know it, so I'm like, oh, someone's gonna get to name a reindeer again as their advantage, and it's like,
so
all right, whatever.
stupid.
So it's like, you get to watch the first challenge and be like, they're taking it so seriously, but it's not gonna matter. Not this week, folks. This week is
effing
serious.
matters. Oh my gosh.
So,
And that's what makes it so fun to watch, right? Because Hallmark is gonna zag when you think they're gonna zig, and it's just not following any rule of a reality show. It's like a Saturday Night Live version of a reality show. You know what I mean? Nothing is real. You don't know what reality is anymore.
yeah,
And we've got these hunks. Anything with hunks is good,
yep.
in my opinion.
Yes, 100%.
Anything with hunks is good. There you go.
We
There you have it.
also we're having our unscripted Hallmark shows kind of bleed over into one another in this episode. We're gonna get to all of it, everybody. Okay, but it all starts by the boys catching back up, making some breakfast,
Making some eggs.
Now, Angel, a quick reminder for those of you that are watching, here's who we have still with us. We said
That's right.
bye to Logan last week.
Somehow Gabe's still around.
Somehow Gabe's still around.
Don't know
That's exactly
how,
right.
but he is.
Yes, he is. Anyway, so they're when we're talking about him, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see him
Look at that.
as we're talking about.
Right, we're like the Brady Bunch, right? It's
That's
like
right.
Mark,
Surrounded by them, yes.
Yeah.
And if you look down there, that's Rustin. Okay, so Angel can't believe that Logan and Gabe were on the bottom last week, right? And Gabe walks into this moment and says he's not going to eat breakfast if Craig is making it, like a little funny.
I think he's trying to joke with
yes.
him.
And Craig then awkwardly stumbles around what they were talking about as if he forgot what his lines
It's
were.
like he forgot the line he was supposed to say.
He's like, so we were talking, and then so Angel steps in and is like, Gabe, I believe in you. I believe in you.
Yeah, I
and
know
you
you've
should
been in
believe
the bottom
yourself.
three, blah, blah, blah. But I
That's
believe
exactly
That's
right.
right, yeah.
And then at breakfast, it comes out that Angel hasn't won anything.
That's true.
But
we
he
did
has,
learn that as well.
He has won our heart. And I think that is as accurate as it gets, Patrick.
That is very true.
I didn't draft Angel, but am I team Angel? You bet it.
No one's gonna be mad when Angel wins.
Listen,
we're all we all win if Angel
listen.
wins.
Also, we had a listener. We talked about the 3 options for the Hallmark movie. Either is it this one and they're not telling us? Is it next year? Or is it a different holiday?
That's right.
A listener reached out to us and said, "You're forgetting the most obvious option, which is it's a new Christmas in July movie," and that makes a ton of sense. The stakes are less, more time. That would make sense.
Why
right?
don't we just ask Bennett?
We could. He's not going to tell us.
Ask him.
I feel
Slide to his DMs and ask him.
Okay.
Ask
All right.
him.
Okay. Well, it couldn't hurt to ask,
All right.
right?
It can't hurt to ask.
Can't hurt to ask.
When are we going to get to see this guy? Anyway, the bells then jingle, which means it's time for our festive face off, which means it's time for Patrick to give us the rundown on what happened in this festive face off. Patrick.
Of course. Well, we have to start off with just speaking of Jonathan Bennett, his amazing teal cable knit sweater.
Fantastic sweater.
Gorgeous. Really brought out his eyes. I didn't realize his eyes were that color.
I'm just glad it's not going to get messy.
Yeah,
It's going to stay clean and it's going to be good and he's going to be happy.
Right. Yeah. We have this nice sweater and I think that should have been the tip off that something is going to go down.
Yeah, I don't know if he knew something was going to go down. I don't know if he did. When we get there, I'll tell you what I think there. But
the sweater looks great is all we're trying to say.
The sweater looks great at the start of this. So basically what they have to do, they have like a slip and slide obstacle on a hill and they literally just brought a tarp out on a hill, put shaving cream. What was that?
Yeah, it looked like
shaving
cream.
Like that. It looked like that the fake snow soap is what it looked like to me.
Something slippery, something not to get. I mean, it gets on your clothes, but it doesn't stay white. It just kind of gets like.
But it was at the very least, it was a white tarp with white bubbles of sorts to make it look like snow, kind of.
That's right.
Right. And the challenge is they have to get pool noodles, which are decorated for Christmas. Each hunk has their own noodle decoration, which they'll grab, run up the hill, and throw in a tin bucket, which is representing a hot cocoa mug, and the noodle is the straw, which is connection to Christmas, if you were wondering.
That's right. There is. Listen, there's a connection to Christmas, okay? Yes. Nobody complaining.
And so all the boys go and change, and they come out, and they're either in red or green. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know this was teams.
There isn't. No teams.
I love the discrepancy between your brains and mine. So they go to change, right? You see red and green. I see no shirts off. No, I was like, we're getting Speedos today.
You would think
no Speedos. They look like Mega Man.
Yeah.
They got helmets on.
Yeah,
they have knee pads like nerds.
But they also are wearing like cross trainer tennis shoes, and you would think probably barefoot would be a little bit of an advantage, maybe. Gripping, like
you get the toe grip.
Yeah, I think that they're wearing shoes that look like they probably would be not great for the activity they're about to do.
Yeah.
So there's that. Spoiler alert.
You would think as naked as possible would be the most helpful.
I mean, that's where I instantly was, but I forgot we were on Hallmark.
Right.
So they come out in the full helmet,
in their
knee pads,
in their
safety
team
first,
t-shirts.
yes,
in their team outfits, not teams,
but not teams.
Doesn't matter,
right? So you can't really distinguish one from the other. Luckily, we get a lot of talking about strategy. So we see Davey first. His strategy, he's the strongest one.
Yeah.
He crawls like a baby.
Yeah, that's what he decides to do.
Yeah. He says gravity is low to the ground.
That's right.
And I will crawl like a baby, and that'll keep me.
I don't know what brain trust he consulted there to decide that. If your extremities are going to slip,
right?
I don't, and he is arguably, he or Mark is probably the heaviest. They're both pretty big, right? You now have hands that are you have now four. It's like driving a car with 4 wheels, and all 4 has different suspensions on it. I don't know if that's the move.
Yeah, I mean, I think he ended up getting 1 point, but he's stuck with the
he
crawling
switched tactics and got a second one by just running, which was the way to do it, right?
I don't think he ever got his second.
Oh, I thought he got. I don't know.
I didn't keep track of that, but
because there was only a couple people that got 2, which is Gabe, Craig, and Angel.
It wasn't a successful challenge.
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
It was hard.
One of my favorite edits was before the challenge, Robbie being like, I'm trying to win my third Festive Face Off. And then the challenge starts and it cuts to Robbie and he's like, uh-oh, I'm not going to win my third Festive Face Off.
But he sure made it fun, right? He's
sure did.
going up the hill and then he's just sliding on back, being like, "Oh my gosh, I'm falling."
I
He's
think
doing
they
bits.
showed the
He's just
same
doing bits.
him do the same thing 2 times in a row. It's the same exact video from 2 different angles. But like to
Yes.
your point, Robbie's won 2 in a row, and they have helped him zero. I mean, choosing the reindeer, the freaking like it doesn't help. So like, yeah, he's trying to win 3 in a row, but what does it really matter, right?
True.
Just good
the stakes
for-
are low.
So low.
Speaking of low, Marcus's cardio is low, so he can't
That's
really
right.
run.
Right.
So he's too tired to even give this one a shot. He's
Right.
out.
He's like, whatever.
Rustin is just falling and modeling, like
Yes.
on the beach.
There's
Sexy model on the beach.
There's one guy that really takes off
And
and
he-
figures out this challenge ASAP, and it's the one who
It's
we would
your
all-
boy,
It's your boy. It's Gabe.
Gabe. That's right.
I was so excited. I was like, Penguin is here. Penguin is ready. He ran high school in track.
That's right.
Or track in high school. He was a sprinter,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
So there you
So
go.
I'm like, this guy is running up that hill. I'm running up the hill.
That's right. Stranger Things. It's coming out.
Right.
And
And then Angel sees this and he's like, oh, I can run too. I play soccer.
That's right.
The two
Angel is
things-
like, oh, that makes sense.
about this that couldn't have been one at one point directly behind this challenge is a brand new F-150 that it looks like they're playing for, which is weird. Like, why didn't they move the truck? It looks like the truck is the prize. But 2, they depict that Gabriel, after running up this hill one time, is winded. Like, I'm talking like needs to pace and get a break. And like,
Yep.
I guess he must have done it a bunch of times and failed, but they portray this guy as to do this one time is a Herculean effort. It's a very weird.
I want to know
cut.
how long this challenge took. All in, all done.
Yeah.
To get 3 noodles in the cup.
Yeah, probably like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it couldn't have been long.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been long. And yeah, basically, you know, we get a close, like fake out because Craig suddenly gets in there too, and he dropped a noodle close to the tin, and so they're making it seem like, is it Craig? Is it Gabe? Is it Craig? Is it Gabe? But not surprisingly, Gabe wins the challenge.
No, he does not win
No,
the
he does
challenge,
not.
Patrick. Not even a little bit. It looks like he's
wait.
going to have his 3rd one in, and then Angel, in one of the weirdest cut
That was my
scenes
wishful
ever,
thinking.
runs up and throws it in. And I will say this: I do want to point out the challenge, which we'll get to, comes with immunity. And isn't it crazy that the 3 folks that most needed immunity by far, the 3 people we chose to go home, possibly Angel, Craig, Gabe. Patrick chose Gabe, Brand chose Craig, I chose Angel. Those are the 3 folks that are all the closest to winning this challenge and getting immunity.
That's true.
So that's a big deal.
Which they don't know. That
They have no
immunity's up
idea.
for grabs. And we don't find out until after the second challenge, which we'll get to in a
So
few minutes.
crazy.
But imagine like how I don't know if anything would have changed. Like I felt like Gabe, Craig, and Angel were all playing pretty hard. But if they knew that immunity was up for grabs, maybe the other guys would have been better too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
True.
It's immunity.
They did that they had to do it on purpose, right?
Wild. It's wild. But yeah, so Angel accidentally dropped a noodle earlier and it was still up there. So he was able
There
to
you
grab
go.
it,
Okay.
put it in, and win it. Angel wins.
Which is weird. Apparently you can go with one and then you just leave that one there and you go get another one.
Right.
I guess that's how he did it.
I wouldn't have done that, but it's an interesting choice.
What a
It is.
strategy.
I think maybe he left it and he, as he was sliding or something like that would be my guess. Sliding down. Like, I don't know. It is an interesting move. And
But we
paid
don't know
off
at
for
that
Angel.
point. We just know that he wins. We don't
wins.
know anything else.
We don't know that he
that
won
it matters.
Yeah.
We think it's going to be dumb. Like the talent show, he gets to pick the order of the talent show. It's so stupid. Like it's been stupid the whole time.
Yes, it has. But what we find out afterwards is that the talent show is coming. And so go and prepare for that, and prepare we shall on the other side of the break here
I see
on
them.
Deck the
Deck the
Hallmark.
Hallmark. Brand, when you listen to Christmas music, you want a little bit of everything. You want the new joints, you want the old hits, and Tyler Shaw Christmas brings it all to you in one package. One of the best Christmas albums I've ever heard.
You're talking about a Tyler Shaw Christmas, Dan, because it's so darn good. Everything from the classics of Christmas, Please Come Home, to the originals, December.
Great song.
Is a phenomenal, really beautiful song from Tyler Shaw. Everything that you are looking for in a Christmas album is on this album. Tyler Shaw, phenomenal voice. They call him the Canadian Prince of Christmas because of just how good this album is. You're going to want to give it a listen. You're going to want to add it to your playlist. Head to tylershawmusic.com to find out all the different places that it's streaming. You can check out the vinyl that's out right
sweet
now.
Vinyl,
Beautiful
yeah.
red. Or if you'd rather, whatever you're listening to music on, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music. Tidal?
Got any Tidal fans out
I don't
there?
know. Tyler Shaw's on there. Go listen to a Tyler Shaw Christmas right now. You'll be glad that you did. While we're talking about Jonathan Bennett, and I don't think he's responded
He
yet,
hasn't.
but
That's okay.
they do attack Jonathan Bennett afterwards and get him all dirty, and I don't know if he loved it or not. But Patrick,
I wanted to mention that.
go ahead then.
They all go over at the end, and they're all sudsy or soapy or whatever, and they basically get JB and his cool sweater that makes his eyes pop, and it's great. There's such a brief moment where you see Jonathan Bennett's ultra fast processor. You see him go, oh, I don't want any part of this. And then realizing he's on camera and realizing he's the host of the show. And then he leans in. Go back, and there's a split second where he wants to murder all of them. And then it flips. And it's great. I'm glad they kept it in there because it's how every human being would act. And it was a perfect, really fun moment there that they kept in there.
And Melissa's running away, which is what I would have done.
Absolutely.
I would have ran so far. I would have ran up that hill.
Run up that hill. Patrick, did you see the video that JB's husband posted this week?
No, I didn't.
You sent it to me.
He, James is his name. James posted a video this week about how they are getting
Everything wrong.
Every episode they're sending home the wrong person.
He was complaining about the show. Like,
it's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like, I don't know who's sending these people home.
Yeah.
With JB's in the other room. It's very funny.
It's a really funny video.
And he's right.
And he appears to be serious because he's like, I'm going to pay for this later. Like, I don't like at first I was like, this is a bit, but as he kept going, I was like,
he's right.
He keeps saying like, you sent him this guy, you sent him that. Like it was a wild.
And he's very kind because he's not like, I can't believe you kept Gabe.
No, he doesn't say
that.
like Gabe, Angel, and Craig should be out here. He's like, you sent him Jake the first week. Did you see that guy? That guy's ripped. Like he's got charisma all over the place. Give him a chance to like.
Very funny.
He
video.
just is like defending all the people that have been sent home, but he does it in a way that's really like these judges don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Well, maybe he should be a judge.
He should be a judge.
Maybe he should be a judge. All right, so they find out that they're doing a talent show, and the guys are all stressing out. Like this is a big deal. You know, what are we going to do? Rustin knows, like Rustin's going to sing a song.
Duh.
But everybody else is freaking out. Like Marcus and Davey are like, I mean, we have no discernible talent. What are we going to do? Like just stand there and look good? One of them is going to do that. But we get Rustin talking about being in, quote, a ton of gnarly car wrecks.
Yes,
and we don't get
Final
any
Destination.
What? Yeah, yes, 100%. And then he's like, but my most recent accident was on a motorcycle. It was looking really like hairy there for a while. Basically, like car didn't see him or something, and like it wasn't good for old Rustin.
I honestly think that Rustin thinks this is a guy who, by his own admission, is in a Christian band with his family. Is used to being on stage and in the public eye. In that world, I know what that's like. Rustin believes that he has let people in to see the real him. Rustin believes that, and he hasn't. Like telling stories about gnarly car accidents and your Christian family band is not what he thinks it is. He honestly thinks he's being super vulnerable, and we all can see that he's not being super vulnerable.
Well, he's thankful to be alive.
And that is maybe the most authentic part of this show is, as good as Rustin is, as an actor and a singer, he's not going to win because he doesn't understand that He doesn't understand. Patrick,
I can see what you're saying.
He
I
doesn't
see what you're
understand
saying.
that singular assignment, which you have to be able to do is to be vulnerable. It's the only way to play a character. And he hasn't unlocked that within him yet. And it's so evident by them letting him.
Especially on Hallmark.
Yeah. And he's rambling on about all these, I was on my hog and just got in an accident. Like, he doesn't get it. He didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't appreciate one bit the way that you guys are slandering my guy Rustin like this.
I'm just saying.
My number one pick.
I'm saying he's great. He's not going to win because of that.
He is, and he on social media today, he's posting a lot about his singing. He doesn't want to be Mr. Christmas.
No.
He wants to be Mr. Singing.
Yeah.
So let him go on. What's that celebrity one
American
where they have
Idol.
the masks?
Masked Singer.
No,
I don't think
Let him go
him
on
being
Masked
on
Singer.
fighting Mr. Christmas is going to get him onto the Masked Singer.
No way, no how.
Have you seen the level of celebrities they have on Masked Singer? I think he's perfect.
We got to ask for season 12.
Gotta get on the Masked Singer. I'd love.
You guys definitely could be on Masked Singer for sure.
Old Senior Chang over there being like, "Who decked the Hallmark guy?"
Ken Jeong is like,
I know who it is.
it's Bernadette protect the Hallmark.
Yeah,
I
he
love
would.
those guys.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. All right, sorry.
While we're talking about Ken doing a great job hosting 99 to beat.
That's right.
Old Ken over there.
Yep.
99 to beat on
99 to
Fox.
beat.
That's fine. Anyway, so he's happy to be alive is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
They walk down and they see these pageant sashes that are hanging out of their stockings, and they go to put them on, and then there is a card that basically says you're doing a talent show. And it's like, what the freaking? What's the point of this card? I don't know.
It's a Hallmark card.
It's a Hallmark card, man.
I don't know the point of this card though. They then get in their matching F-150s and drive to the talent show themselves, which is so funny
It's
to
a
me.
weird sponsorship.
It's not. They don't get picked up by a driver or anything.
Nope.
Just matching red F-150.
It's the one that should have won in the soap challenge.
The judges a crossover between another Hallmark unscripted show, Christmas at Sea. It is Hallmark Superfans Gail and Alicia, who, if memory serves, Dan, was my favorite story.
You loved that story.
I loved Gail.
Big Tyler Hines fan, one of them, right?
That's exactly right. They get to go
on the ATV.
They get to go ATV
Tyler,
riding with
yes.
Tyler Hines. What's not to love?
Wow.
You watched Christmas at Sea.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, you had to decorate the doors.
Yeah, you have got to decorate the door. That's every
job.
cruise.
Great
And
job, guys.
that's all I can remember
That's
about
right.
that one.
It's really good.
They're going to be judged on a few things. One, originality, showmanship, and star quality.
Oh, two measurable things.
That's exactly right. And then they don't tell you this. We find out after the fact that everybody who is there is going to get a vote as they walk out. So they get to put a vote.
They
lot of
mentioned the audience vote a couple times, and it's all put in like posts.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's all like the voiceover, like, and the audience.
And
Like,
the audience.
The audience didn't matter. The audience vote didn't count.
I don't think it did either.
I think it did. That's the only way that guy won, right?
I
They
need to
didn't-
see the
Because
the
they-
ballot box.
They talked to the two super fans afterwards, and they don't really talk about the guy that ends up winning. They're like, well, these two guys did a great job. And then we get to the finals, and the guy that won was they say the audience vote like that and he didn't win because of his talent. He won because of his story.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
fair.
that's what we were just.
He's
going to
win a lot because of his
Rustin.
story, and we're going to get to it. But up first is
okay.
Craig, who is there to rap again. Unfortunately, Craig does a thing where off stage he starts to beatbox, but it's like, I don't know what he was doing. It felt like he was having a hard time getting into the groove that he was
checking
going
the
for.
sound out.
Yeah, he needed a looper. He needed to loop his beat. So
I
he could-
was listening to and this is going to come into play again when we talk about Robbie, but I was listening to Pete Holmes's podcast where he talks about how some comedians get what they call giggle ears, and they think that the audience is responding very favorably to something they're doing, and they cannot hear that it is not working. Like they lean on something and they go, and they psychologically hear more laughter than actually exists. And
Yikes.
I know, right? And Pete Holmes is like, you see him in the clubs all the time. They're trying to they're not trying to be themselves. They're chasing this thing, and they've got giggle ears. They can't hear the actual reaction of the crowd. I feel like Craig has giggle ears, but about his rapping.
Yes.
And I also we'll talk about it.
90s hip hop ears.
We'll talk about it more with Robbie, but Craig has this very distinct style, like early 90s rap, like that he has really put a lot of time into, and I can't believe he keeps leaning on it.
Somebody told him it was good at like a middle school talent show.
Yeah.
You know, and we talk about Mean Girls in this episode, so I will say it's okay for me to bring up Mean Girls, even though I try not to talk about it with JB because you know he's moved on.
Yes.
But it was giving Kevin Napor at the talent show there, wasn't it?
It was. You're right.
I was waiting for him to rip off his shirt, and yeah, but he didn't.
But he does rap about being Mr. Christmas. You know,
I didn't write this one down because I was like, I'm over it. I'm over the rap.
so after each talent,
It's not the
there's
worst
a-
talent. I want to be very clear.
it's
The
not the worst.
actual rhymes, not bad.
Yeah.
The problem is that it lasts like 30 seconds and then he doesn't know how to answer a question.
Yes. So the question, there's a question and answer after the talent, which is better than last year. Patrick, do you remember last year? This was the one episode of last season that I watched, which was they did Finding Mr. Christmas, and then they walked off stage and they had a surprise interview with like Entertainment Weekly that they didn't know about. Remember this? And then like the person who got voted out not because of their talent, but because they weren't good at answering questions.
Yeah.
They're like, what the heck? I didn't know that was a part of it. They do the question and answer on the stage, and the questions are
like
from
a Miss America.
Yes, are like from Gail and
And the other thing you need to know, for some reason,
Alicia, thank you.
See, you never can remember her name.
I can't.
The other thing you need to know,
I'm a Gail
if
stan.
you're listening to this and have not watched the television program, is this room is veritably empty. Like they
25
are,
people,
there are
maybe?
maybe 20, 25 people in this room. The camera work is great at making you think it's a packed house. The level of awkwardness that existed to be in this room for Craig's rap or Robbie's stand up or Marcus's magic.
Yeah.
I would have paid some serious money to listen to just how dead it was falling in there. I mean,
Tim Robinson watches this at night
that's
for
right.
inspiration.
Yes, Tim Robinson wishes.
Yeah, that's right. So the question that he gets is, what other unique quality or traits would you bring to the Hallmark family? To which he says, I'm in touch with my emotions, but it's incredibly important for a leading man to be vulnerable.
I don't know if
It's a nothing answer.
It is a nothing answer, but it's
what's a good answer there.
Yeah, what's a good answer? Patrick,
I'll tell you.
what
I
quality?
bring-
Okay, go.
I bring sassy commentary and sweet but spicy attitude,
Okay. Yeah.
which no one else can bring because it's me and
So,
I'm my own recipe.
What's crazy is that is for this show a better answer, but it is not. Their criticism of this is that he evaded the question, but that's what you did. You said something that would apply to their criticism of him is doing the thing he was supposed to do, but not well.
How would you answer it?
I don't know. Most Hallmark actors are short, and I'm really tall.
True.
See? What am I bringing? That's what I'm bringing. I'm taller than Chris Palaha. Every time I talk to Chris and I see him in person, he goes, I always forget how tall you are, man.
That's
true.
true.
Every time. That's what I got.
I have a beard that catches food. It's called Second Lunch, and when I go in for that kiss at the end, there's a little something for the Hallmark ladies, for the lady if they want it.
These are answers. This is why they want they want the Craig
They don't
answer.
they don't want
the
us.
Patrick Serrano answer. That's what they want.
I wish someone said I'm sassy.
I'm sweet and sassy.
Yeah, Craig just went with I'm vulnerable.
How dare you talk about your vulnerability, Craig?
Yeah, boring.
But I think the interesting thing is he says that his trait is that he's vulnerable, where historically he's not. So I think that's part of it. It's not just that it's a bad answer.
Point blank said that he spins the question.
Yeah.
And I don't think he spun there. I think it's a bad question and he answered it.
Yeah. All right. Marcus comes out with a cape and a top hat.
And I'm still suffering from embarrassment.
Gosh, Marcus. But he's still freaking pulling it off. And it's so frustrating because Marcus looks good in everything. I come out with a cape and a top hat and everybody's like, oh, there's Brian
this
again.
Is a Wendy's.
And Marcus is like, oh, suddenly I have a magician fetish that I didn't know about.
I don't think he pulled it off at all. I thought he was.
Yeah, Marcus looked good in a cape and a top hat.
I didn't say he doesn't look good. He's so nervous. He's sweating like crazy. His voice is trembling.
He was that, yes.
The trick is a basic B of a trick. This was not his finest moment.
I'm
I
just
thought he fell
speaking-
flat on his face. I honestly was like, thought it was maybe, aside from Robbie, I thought it was the most awkward of all of them.
All I'm saying is that he
it
looked
was
good.
tough.
All
It
I'm
was
saying is
tough.
he looked
Thank
good.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I like that they introduced him as Marcus. He has the magical touch.
It was, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He
Like, oh my
said,
goodness.
welcome
Okay.
to Marcus's magical touch.
I
which
don't
is
love
crazy.
that.
I know. I'm like, God, how did the censors not bleep that one, guys? Like, come on.
Why is this episode
And-
of Fighting Mr. Christmas TV MA? This is nuts.
Right? He
Uh,
brings
especially
on
with
an
Davey coming
assistant
out.
who
Sheesh.
is like, the assistant was like straight out of a Hallmark movie. I was
Yes.
like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
she could be the lead in a Hallmark movie.
He has giant cards.
Huge.
Huge cards.
You know, like a deck of cards, but they're giant.
And it's
Like,
a basic trick, just with bigger cards.
That's right.
Right.
And
It's
he's
like
so nervous.
yeah, they pick one in a row, and then he does it again, and ultimately he narrows it down to who it is. And Craig, they do a cutaway, and Craig is like, I was helping him prepare for this trick, and he was not getting it. Which I love that cutaway.
Craigers.
That's funny.
He just
That's
wasn't
good.
getting it. I was helping him.
I drafted Craig, and he's not winning, but what a riot that guy is
he's
as
fun.
an individual.
Good commentary. Yeah, get him on the podcast.
Luckily, he does end up getting it right. Woohoo, Marcus. The question is, you just won the lottery. Who are you calling first? Which Marcus answers, I think, how most people probably
yeah,
would with either two. It's either your mom or your significant other, right?
In defense of Craig, real quick, think about if he got that question instead of like those
Craig's
questions.
answering mom, right?
Those questions are not created
Not
equal.
equal.
No,
Yeah, you're right.
that's absurd.
Who are you calling, Patrick?
Marcus did say his mom, but he probably meant his girlfriend from last week. We learned.
Yeah, he
Of
actually
course.
he heard the feedback. He was like, I can't say my girlfriend.
That's right.
Yeah.
My
Who am
mom.
I calling? I'm calling my lawyer. Okay, I'm gonna call my lawyer, and we're gonna get it squared away.
Well, that would have been, that's a good answer right there.
Calling us to quit. He's doing a lot of calling,
He's
I'm
doing a
sure.
lot of You'd still do this if you won the lottery.
Of course I would. I would be donating to the charities and all the things.
Yeah.
Right.
You were you
We
under the
do have
impression
that on now. We got it recorded.
That's true.
He's gonna if he wins the lottery, he's still on deck to Hallmark.
were you under the impression, Dan, that Patrick's doing this for the big bucks he gets from doing this with us?
I mean, I'm just saying, Patrick strikes me as someone who, if he won the lottery, might disappear. Like I literally might not see him ever, and I love him, but I might not see him ever again.
I think we would see him, but we'd never know where he's calling in from. It's
That's true.
just
I'd have
somewhere
to blur my
different.
background.
Don't come find me. All right, it's Robbie's turn. Robbie does stand-up comedy, something that he's never done for people before. Jokes like this: eggnog tastes like alcohol. Lost a bet to pancake batter. The crowd loves it.
The crowd doesn't. They don't love it. No,
Brian
no,
loves it in the other room.
no. They don't love it. Patrick,
They didn't.
It is crickets. They do him such a favor in how they edit this stand-up set that he does, because there's no one laughing. Melissa Peterman's trying to be like Mike Birbiglia at the comedy store or whatever, giving everybody
seller.
the courtcy laugh in the background. That's what Peterman's doing.
I love her backstage.
Oh my gosh, this is one of the most difficult things I've ever watched.
Robbie then he pivots from the eggnog jokes to just basically roasting Jonathan Bennett.
Just 3 minutes, a tight three. Have you hear about this guy?
He says,
I'm
like in
serious.
Mean Girls, he was the high school hunk,
heartthrob,
and now he's more like the high school principal.
and he like pretends to walk in a walker. I think he's saying he's old.
Yeah,
It isn't
Rude.
It's not funny. Like if,
and then
you know,
he ends with, if Jonathan Bennett can make it on Hallmark Channel, anything is possible.
what in the world?
Brutal.
So mean.
If a guy of one of the biggest YA box office smashes of all time can make it as a Hallmark lead, what are you saying, Robbie? Well, I'm here for a roast, and I think I think there's a way to do it and do it right, and I think Robbie could have really done a good job. He just did. He was, Gabe notwithstanding, and whatever the hell he did, Robbie was the worst. He was the worst. It was real bad. Real bad.
It was bad. It was bad. On Drag Race, they do, the reading of everybody, and I'm like, this is just not. This would not cut it there. It doesn't cut it here. Robbie's talent was a flop for sure.
Real bad. Real bad.
His question is, what?
If you want a lottery, who would you call?
Another humdinger, which is when you think about your life, what's something that you want to redo?
I mean, come on.
Robbie says 10 years ago, my mom had a heart attack. I called her. She says it's a minor one. No need to come home. He listened to her, didn't come home, honored her wishes. A week later, turns out she had a stroke and passed away, and he never got to see her again.
And everyone is crying. Like Melissa Peterman crying. Marcus, tears streaming down his face. It brings people to more emotion than his stand-up set ever had a prayer of doing. Like it is, people feel for this guy, and it's a very real moment and a very vulnerable moment after one of the worst talents I've ever seen.
Well, I think what you're missing is that eggnog, if you think about it. It's like it lost a bet. All right, Rustin's turn. Right. A shocker to no one. He sings a song.
How's the song, Brandon?
It's not great.
It's not a good song.
It's not
Patrick,
memorable.
is it a good song?
It's like not
It's
catchy.
about his wife, so no, it should be about me.
It's not catchy though, It's like I couldn't tell you for the life of me what the melody of the song is. But I guess it's sweet. The question that he gets is, what adversity have you gone through and how did it make you feel? Believe it or not, he talks about his wrecks again, his car accidents. Why has he had so many accidents? No one follows up.
He sounds like me. Has he been on the same road as me? Maybe I'm the cause.
No one follows up with Rustin about what the heck is going on and why he's been in so many gnarly car accidents. But
right.
And motorcycle.
I mean, he went across lanes of traffic. He said lanes. Multiple lanes.
Like Dan trying to get to Atlanta on the Kelly Clarkson show.
Hey, we booked Kelly Clarkson. It was a one-way on Spirit.
Dan, how many lanes is that to get off that exit?
It was 6. I was on 85, and I had to get the 285. Google Maps showed a massive wreck. I wasn't going to make the flight, and I literally went across 6 lanes and just went. And I just went diagonal and made it.
It's Kelly Clarkson. You got to do it.
And then I got onto the Spirit flight and flew in and got there at whatever that was, 4 in the morning.
Your big chair.
Yeah.
Big seat.
Yeah. All they had left was the big chair, first row big chairs, Spirit first class, right, man.
It's Angel's turn. He tells us that when he gets on stage, quote, in the silence, all I hear is judgment. Angel.
That is deep.
Yeah. He hopes that he's going to break through that silence today by doing the cha-cha. He brings up a volunteer, helps her get the jitters out, and then they dance, and it's nice. It's Angel.
It's fine. If everyone had done a decent job, he could have been considered the worst, but there were a few people that don't
there's
meet
nothing
the bar.
bad about
It's
this.
fine.
One thing about Angel is that he had the best butt of the week in those blue pants.
Butt of the week goes to Angel this week. Butt of the week.
The blue pants were rocking. They were good pants.
Good pants.
Good pants. The question is, every superfan knows that the leading man makes the town better. How will you make the world better? And then his answer, best I can figure, is that bullies suck.
Nobody gave him a hard time about his answer. Nobody went to Angel and been like, his answer was, I was bullied learning English growing up, which that's a vulnerable moment. That did not answer the question at all. Not even a little bit.
I think the way he wants to make the world a better place is by getting rid of bullies, I think is what he's going for.
It's what I gathered.
I stand by that. Let's get rid of bullies.
We hate bullies.
I love it.
We hate bullies.
Absolutely. Get rid of them.
Bullies are lame.
It's Gabe's turn. He's very nervous. He hates being in front of people on a stage.
Which makes it tough to be an actor.
Buddy.
Say that.
Come on, buddy. Why did you say that out loud?
So he brings out a balance board.
Yeah.
And a Rubik's Cube.
And he
is going to balance and solve that Rubik's Cube. And in the confessional, he says when he started it, it took him forever. Now he can do it in 40 seconds, which I think he does. Can
I tell you what I think happened?
Incredible.
This makes me sad is he shows up and he's like, I'm going to do a Rubik's Cube. That's what he said. And the people that ran the show were like, you've got to add something to the Rubik's Cube. You can't just.
I honestly, I really like this challenge. I thought that or this talent.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I thought it was
an actual talent.
It's an actual talent.
And you guys just your bar. I thought that Gabe, Robbie, and Craig, and Marcus. I would actually say Gabe, Robbie, and then Marcus were almost unwatchable.
I have the balancing Rubik's Cube over all three of them.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah. I said, is Gabe a genius? How did he do that so fast?
That's exactly right. The question though,
I've never done a Rubik's Cube or whatever he called it.
Yeah, puzzle cube.
Puzzle. Yeah. I think you can't say
Rubik's
or
I guess.
GameCube.
You can't say GameCube. That is true. Question is, what would you say to your younger self? He says, believe in yourself.
Once again, I don't know how many times I got to tell this. You know, I'm not trying to defend our boy Craig over here, but for him to get singled out for a bad answer is asinine. Like you are telling me the rest of these folks really hit a home run. Marcus got to tell you he'd call his mom after he won the lottery. Get out of here.
Going through them, you're right. After reviewing it, yes, the editing really got me on this. I was like, man, Davey blew the question, but you're right. He didn't really.
Craig. Yeah.
Whatever, Davis.
Yeah,
we're talking about Davey next.
Last up is Davey, and he comes out to lead a holiday-inspired workout, and he asks for a volunteer. And after one workout of standing on a box and putting a star up high, he decides, let's have fun. And he strips down to these tiny Christmas short overalls. And
shorts and suspenders.
And he begins to do this insane push-up jumping thing.
He does a squat first.
It was what he was doing.
The
was
thing he
insane.
does at the end was he was basically doing a push-up and then launching his body in the air and putting his feet all the way behind him and his hands above his head and then landing back in push-up form.
And
then he was launching himself and spinning 180 degrees and landing in push-up form. It was insanity.
And he has the nerve to say that he's not comfortable showing skin typically.
That was the part of this that was hysterical.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That dude looked more comfortable than he did in any of the scenes at home sitting around the couch.
Yes,
100%. He looked more
Right.
comfortable on stage, wearing nothing, doing a fake fitness thing.
I'd watch a whole movie of him doing that. The whole hour 20.
He was
Hallmark Plus extended cut.
and here's the thing is that I'm sure this is not the first time, nor it will be the last, that someone in this program is like, I'm going to go shirtless and that's going to distract people from the fact that I don't really have anything. He could have done that and probably still been safe, but dude had a lot of charisma.
He did.
Looked very comfortable doing this fake workout thing. And like, it wasn't just a distraction, even though it was a distraction. Like
Gabe should have taken his shirt off while doing the Rubik's Cube.
There you go.
The 25 people in the room were freaking out.
That's
over
right.
this.
As was I,
Workout.
to be fair.
Yeah.
It was insane. It would have been insane if he was in cargo pants and a long t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like it would have been insane to watch someone do the things that he did and just like it was no big deal. I mean, it was crazy.
I do want to bring this up and I think it's important. I do think that like eggnog is like if
have you ever thought about it? It's like milk.
If it lost a bet,
lost a bet with alcoholic pancake batter. That's Robbie, everybody.
The crowd the votes. Oh, I'm sorry. His question is, what's your ideal Christmas morning? He says, as a kid, it was opening presents. Now, as a dad, it's just about being in the same room as my kid.
Real fastball they threw him there.
The crowd votes on their way out.
Yeah.
And then afterwards.
Allegedly.
Jonathan says, Angel, you might be wondering now that the competition's over, what's your advantage? And he says, this is a hidden immunity necklace. Jeff Probst style, baby. He gives him immunity.
That's so crazy.
I know.
And the twist is that you can keep it or give it to another person, which you can also do on Survivor. So, you know, the interesting thing is
think it over.
You think it over. Yeah. Think about it.
They also do a thing where they talk with Melissa Peterman and JB, talk with our two super fans, Gail and the other, Alicia. And they talk and they're like, they come up with two people that they thought did the best. and it's Davey and I think they said Marcus or Davey and Rustin.
Rustin,
they come up with two.
Actually, I don't think they liked Rustin.
They didn't like Rustin because of the answer. I'm pretty sure Davey and Marcus are the two that. Those two. That they're like these two. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I could be wrong. They come up with 2 or 3 names. They're like these 3 are definitely and like. It's like, okay, so we know who's not going to be in the bottom 3, and we know who is definitely going to be, safe. And that's not if the vote was fake, why did they have that scene where they talked to these 2 fans about who the best clearly were? Because the vote doesn't bear out their conversation.
It's true.
But we know that the editing, maybe the winner wasn't the best in the room. I don't know. There's a lot to think about.
What's interesting is Angel has with the immunity necklace, he has the ability to either keep it for himself or give it to somebody else. But the thing is like, unlike in Survivor where you have, these alliances that you've made, and sometimes it makes sense to give your immunity to somebody else for the sake of your own game, right? That could make sense. This, it doesn't make any sense for him to give up this immunity because it's not like the other hunks are gonna he's not gonna stand in front of a group of his peers as the jury and have to make his point as to why he's finding Mr. Christmas, right?
Right.
At the end, it's just JB and Melissa Peterman, right? That decide.
Maybe the network head.
But
it's not the jury. The jury. So what I'm trying to get at is it makes no sense for Angel to give up his immunity.
None.
And that is why when he gives up his immunity to Robbie,
because of the story about the mom,
it's shocking.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Shocking.
You know why it wasn't shocking to me is because all of those dudes think Robbie didn't do a good job because he didn't. I honestly think Angel was I like this guy. He's a friend. He really crapped the bed with that dumb stand-up comedy. I'm going to save him because that's the right thing to do. I want my boy Robbie around. And the only thing that would have made this episode better is if Angel got sent home, because that would have been hysterical. But they didn't do that. That would have been so funny. But they didn't do that. But who won this week, Bran?
Robbie.
Robbie won. The guy that was terrible at stand-up comedy.
And
he won.
And JB, our boy JB, is like, listen, being roasted is like the biggest compliment that you can give somebody. To which Robbie doubles down and is like, you suck, Jonathan Bennett. It's like, hey, stop being so mean to JB. Stop it, Robbie.
This is why it's hard to be around gays because they think this is love, but it's really mean.
It is mean. Yeah.
Listen, you can roast somebody on stage. You can roast somebody on stage. After winning to give another little jab at JB, I felt like was uncalled for. Okay?
Right.
Okay? I'll say it. The bottom. It comes down to Gabe and Craig. Gabe, who did the Rubik's Cube, and I thought did it masterfully. And Craig, who, did his little rap again. They say to Gabe, we saw a glimpse of you believing in yourself, which, by the way, was his answer to what he would tell his younger self. But they
saw
say
a glimpse of this is how guys.
I don't understand, but this is
how
what I'm
bad is Gabe, and we love. He seems like a great guy.
It's not fair. Try balancing and doing a Rubik's Cube without believing in yourself. I'll wait.
We saw
freaking try it.
We saw basically what JB is saying there nicely is you sucked real bad the last few weeks, and you were Penguin Santa, and we should have sent you home. You didn't remember your lines, and we should have sent you home. And you know what? For the first time, there was reason to not send you home. Just a little bit. We saw a very brief moment where maybe you shouldn't be sent home. That is what JB is saying.
What JB is like, we sent the nerd Logan home last week, and we still had to deal with this Rubik's Cube stuff. We expected better out of you.
Yeah, that's right.
We got rid of Logan because of this nonsense.
We got rid of Logan, and
we
you
got rid
came
of
with
Wizard
balance
Boy.
board Rubik's Cube. You didn't have to act this week.
Gosh, I wish Logan was on this episode. What do you think he would have done? He would have led a D&D match or something?
Done like the Ian McKellen monologue from Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh my gosh. Logan, if you're listening, what would you have done for Mr. Christmas? Because I want to know what he would have done.
Why did no one do a monologue? Why did no one do a monologue, an acting monologue?
This isn't an acting show.
Do the Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah. No, they don't. No one did anything. We get Rubik's Cube and balancing.
No.
They said, Craig, you're hiding behind your confidence. You're not showing your true self.
That doesn't make any sense. Guys, Craig's not going to win. But how is he? I don't know, man. It seems kind of
I don't really know. I don't really know Craig's true self. So I guess we'll have to see next week.
We'll have to see next week if he makes
But
it.
he's vulnerable.
He's vulnerable.
He's vulnerable. So I don't know how two things can be true here when it comes to that. Going home this week, unfortunately for all of us, is Gabe.
Finally got him. I want to say this. Last week, Patrick predicted Gabe, Brand predicted Craig, and I predicted Angel. So Patrick was right.
I was close.
And it's his draft pick, though. So all three of us have lost one draft pick so far.
Okay.
Next week's Jonathan says to him, the only one standing in your way is you. The sky's the limit.
There it is, of course.
Right.
Or who do we think?
To which Robbie says, "Shut up, JB. We're tired of hearing you talk." He doesn't say that. He's probably thinking it, though, because I'm convinced now more than ever that Robbie hates Jonathan Bennett.
Yeah.
All right.
The paint.
Predictions.
I'm going to go first this week because I went last week. I think Craig's going home next week. I think they clearly, Craig came out of the gate really strong early with the whole Santini thing. I think he doesn't, all he has in his bag of tricks is that and rapping. and I think unless...
Dude, can you imagine if Santini raps?
Unless next week is some sort of weird Beastie Boys cosplay.
Yo, everybody, my name is Santini.
Yeah.
Somebody go and make me a panini.
Yeah, exactly. But you have the wrong emphasis. Santini. Yeah. I think Craig's going home next week. I think that's what's happening, and I feel really good about that pick. Brian, who's going home?
I think Craig is the safe pick because he's been struggling. This was the first week where I felt Marcus's boots shake a little bit. And that worries me because if his confidence is shaken, what does Marcus have? Aside from an amazing smile, all around perfect
Great
personality.
smile.
I'm gonna throw a little bit of a flyer out there. I'm gonna go with Marcus.
Wow. What a twist that would be.
I know.
All right, Patrick, who's going home?
Okay. So there's a cat that has 9 lives, and they went across a street or whatever, 5 lanes of traffic.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be Rustin. We got too much backstory on Rustin this week. We learned about his family. We learned about his music.
Wow.
There's nothing left for us to learn about Rustin now. So I feel like they're setting us up for a big shocker next week where he's gonna be gone.
Wow. I mean, if Marcus or Rustin left, it would be a shocker. And the fact that no one said Angel makes my heart sore. Because I think it's Craig and Angel in the bottom 2, and they should not even film an episode. They should just put them in the bottom 2.
Can you guys imagine if on the way home from the Mr. Christmas, Rustin tried to get in the driver's seat and everybody was like, whoa there. Hold on there, Rustin.
Whoa there, cowboy. Not so fast.
He should not be driving.
He should not be driving. Well, we did it, everybody. Congratulations to us. We are going to come back next week, and we're going to check out episode 5 of Finding Mr. Christmas. It's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast, and it's presented by a Tyler Shaw Christmas. It's also produced, Deck the Hallmark is, by Brandon Gray. You can find out more information on deckthehallmark.com. You can follow us on the socials at Deck the Hallmark, or leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, or you can find the best corner of the internet with ad-free podcasting, live video recordings, and so much more at Bramble Jam Podcast. Nope, at BrambleJamPlus.com.